Hello, YouTube. It's Monday afternoon. Check the time. 4:48 p.m. Monday, January 31st, 2022. Yikes! I was really hoping to get out the door a little earlier than this. As much as I absolutely hate taking the Route 17 into Amazon, I don't know that I left myself enough time to do anything else. So, I'm heading out already, tired and sore. All that extra. I mean, last night was pretty, physical, working. Just at the warehouse was working, enough, but. Everything I did down at my storage on top of it, and then how long it took me to get finished up and then get home. And actually, I can't complain getting home. Getting home went surprisingly fast for compared to usual. Kind of odd. I actually wasn't vlogging when I rolled out of a U-store like I often am. I figured I'd shoot just one little short video before I got home, which I did. And just God, I still need to kind of wake up. Went to that's an interesting place for a shopping cart. Full of crap. It's like a sign of the times. Shopping carts full of crap everywhere. So, I went to. I'm trying to gather my thoughts. So, this morning which wasn't really all that long ago. I'm rolling on about 4 hours sleep. It's going to be a long shift. Walking towards the bus stop. U-store kind of puts me like dead in the middle of two bus stops. Or trying to catch an eastbound 3. I usually end up walking to the one that's in front of the far entrance of the building that has the Venmo bakery in it. At least I think it's a bakery. Maybe it's just a distribution warehouse. I'm not sure. Anyway, it's as I was almost there, I'm pulled my phone out of my pocket, and I'm trying to check the Valley Metro Transit app to see how long I'll be waiting for the bus. And it's loading kind of slowly, and I look up and oh shit, there's the bus. And I start kind of running and waving my arms over my head, and I was absolutely shocked how accommodating the driver was. He actually put on his blinkers, and then instead of stopping at the bus stop, which I was a little ways away from, I wasn't far from it, but I was far enough. I wasn't there. He actually pulled up to the curb, like right in front of me where I was. So every now and then, it's kind of random, but every now and then you get a local route driver that actually kind of cares. And on the Route 3 even, which was kind of a contrast of what it was like this morning. And I don't think I mentioned much about the ride this morning, other than there's quite a few people on the bus, and that it was a lot slower, of course, than taking the rapid bus downtown. Now, the plan was I wasn't going to go downtown. The plan was I was going to take it directly to U-store. I could be at U-store, right about the time the gates open. And look at the timing of the bus. That's probably when it would have got me there. It's about just a little bit after 7. But what ended up happening was I'm on the bus. I'm like everybody else. I'm farting around on my smartphone and checking my apps and my inboxes and whatnot. Checking my online banking, and oh shit, it was one of those oh shit moments. I had a credit card. The interest on it hit, and it shot me over my credit limit. It's kind of frustrating. Shot me over my credit limit, and that puts a notice in the app. It's like, you need to make a payment immediately, which sucks because like I had made my scheduled payment or whatever, like my actual monthly payment. I had made it. Granted, I think I did it for the minimum amount because that's been pretty much all I've been able to wing on like everything these days. But it popped up you are over your credit limit. It's supposed to be paid immediately. And to be honest, I don't know what the repercussions are if I don't. But knowing Wells Fargo, I'm sure that'll be irritating fees that I don't want to deal with. So, I paid that right away. And I had money in my pocket, because I sold a pair of speakers yesterday for $20, and I had a little bit of money left over. Oh, that's cool. It's a big old St. Bernard. I had a St. Bernard when I was in high school. They're such cool dogs. They slobber, but they're cool dogs. Oh God, of all the pets I've had over the years, that's one of them that really sticks in my mind. Great big female St. Bernard named Sandy. Although they're usually kind of thick dogs, like that one there. And the one I had was abnormally skinny. But it's not like she didn't eat. She ate like a freaking horse. Just was a thin dog. Big thin dog. Anyway, where was I? So yeah, I did the. Yeah, so I was like that, and I'm thinking, well, where am I going to stop to do a deposit? I just wanted to deposit right now while it's, while there's hopefully one on the way on this bus. And of course, it ends up, and I shot a video when I walked there. It ended up being downtown, which, like, yeah, if I known I was going to hop off the bus downtown, I'd just taken the damn express bus. All right, I see 3 people waiting for the bus that legit look like they're waiting for the bus, so I'm gonna assume it's on its way. I'm gonna wrap this up. Anyway, I was gonna say that the bus driver that I had on the 3 took me to the 44 to get me home after clearing out my storage unit and my storage bill was just exceptionally nice. He actually pulled over at where I was, as opposed to making me run to the stop. And he it's a sharp contrast to the driver this morning, which I was half tempted to file a complaint on. But at this point, I feel like I've probably done more than my share of complaints at Valley Metro, and should kind of save them for what the hell we got going on here. Apparently those poles are, wow. Come on, Mayor Kate, do something about the homeless thing. This is ridiculous. And also the connectivity of the bike routes thing. That right there is where the old Crosscut Canal bike route just ends at a narrow sidewalk on a chunk of it's already bad without all this closeout, but yeah, it ends right there at a piece of sidewalk that is no place for a bicycle on a chunk of McDowell where there's no bike lane and there's no Interestingly enough, there is a ramp there, but that's not a safe place for a bicycle to cross. About halfway between the traffic light for the State Route 143, which is a freeway that goes south, and 48th Street. I've mentioned this before. There really needs to be a path that just connects from the path north of that building there. I forget what it is. It's like a clinic of some kind, but yeah, before the park ends, north of that building there really needs to be a path that goes up and connects, and a little ramp so you can get on the bike lanes. Now 48th Street going south of here has got nice bike lanes, all the way to a little bit south of Washington, and then after that, even though there's not bike lanes, it's a very bikeable street all the way down to the Grand Canal, which has really good bike paths in it. And to the north, again, it's like super bikeable all the way up the Arizona Canal, which is just past, you know, it's gonna, well, I mean, you have that path, you know, the greenbelt, and that goes all the way up to Camelback, and then it's very bikeable. There's bike lanes just north of Camelback is where you hit the Arizona Canal, which also has really good bike paths on it, and going east and west, and it's not as west as much as it's northwest. It takes you directly to Metro Center if you follow it all the way. And then, well, it goes farther than that, actually. It goes all up into Glendale. And then I think there's bike lanes. And you know what? That's not Camelback, come to think of it. That's Indian School right there. At that point, you got 48th Street bike lanes. It connects well, though. 48th Street bike lanes all the way up to Camelback. Anyway, yeah, this is the only weak link right here. Anyway, sorry, I was just thinking, I got sidetracked, just thinking of how flawed the end of that bike path is, and add that to it, and yeah, that's kind of a mess. Oh, it looks like we got another camper over there. Anyway, what I was going to say is that the bus driver on the Route 3 this morning, which I was only on because I was planning on going directly to U-Store and wasn't intending on stopping downtown. As I kind of figured, it was full of people getting off work from warehouses, and it was full. Like, by the time it got to, I want to say 59th Avenue, that bus was full, and there were a couple of people who looked like they were homeless, carrying all their belongings with them, but by a couple I mean maybe two or three. The bus was, generally speaking, full of people that obviously had got off graveyard shifts at warehouse jobs. I mean, there were people that, you know, almost, I would say there was many people wearing safety vests on that bus as there were without, and I was one without. I take it off about as soon as I get out of the warehouse. It goes into my clear bag here. It's because I'm trying to not, I don't feel like wearing it on the dang bus, or walking with it on outside the warehouse. But yeah, a lot of people with safety vests, and you could just tell, like, that's the crowd. Some people even still wearing their work gloves, and yeah, those come off before as soon as they leave the floor. Anyway, you know, it's people that are doing, you know, just like myself, that are doing long hours and hard work on a shift that's not the easiest to cope with. And she yelled at three different people. One of them was another person from Amazon, like I could tell from his safety vest. It was, you know, definitely an Amazon safety vest. In fact, I think the guy had his Amazon name tag on, and he was sitting in the very back, kind of near me, and dozed off a little bit. She starts yelling, "Oh, you can't sleep on the bus! You can't sleep on the bus!" I'm like, I don't know. It kind of upset me because, like, I can kind of see drivers doing that with the people that are, you know, that are obviously homeless, that are just using the bus as a place to be and a place to sleep because they don't have anywhere else to go. And, yeah, not cool. But on that route, where it's really obvious that that everybody that's on there has just got off a a long shift of physical work, man, let that guy nap. I even made a comment. There were at least 3 other Amazon workers within earshot of where I was, and actually that's kind of got the conversation started with the one guy I sort of hung out with on the ride right there, and I'm supposed to meet with after we get off today to ride the express bus. Shit, I'm tired. I had comment after that happened. I'm like, damn. Like to see someone tell her to stay awake after, see how well she does. See how well she does throwing boxes for 10 hours. And he just laughed. Yeah, if there's any bus where the driver should just shut up and drive the bus. And we thankfully she's got a bunch of like just exhausted, working class people as opposed to junkies and deadbeats. It's that 6 a.m. run westbound down Van Buren. I'd sure like to know where the hell the bus is. I guess I could pull my other phone out and hit it down. Oh, it's a long call. I wonder where it's from. Oh, no, we lost its Wi-Fi. I had the Wi-Fi thing on when it came up. Phone always so slow to start. It's just unbelievable how low resources. And I just got a thing in my in my YouTube feed about how the iPhone 6S turned 7 years old this year. I mean, I knew it was an old phone. It was hard to believe it's a 7-year-old phone. But I guess, honestly, I'm on my 3rd one. I've got a 6S Plus, and I know it was an older phone when I got mine, and seems like I've had it. Got my first one 3.5 years ago. So yeah, the math checks out. Anyway, it's just interesting how a 7-year-old phone can run rings around a new phone. I mean, it makes sense. Obviously, it's a gutless phone, but it just seems crazy that anybody would manufacture a phone just that underpowered. Although I've read that the less expensive iPhone, and I don't know what the heck the model's called. It doesn't have a number. It's an iPhone and it has 2 letters. I've heard that it has the same processor that a 6S has. No internet connection. What the? Oh, jeez. I'm latching on to Wi-Fi somewhere. Since I'm latching on to Cox Wi-Fi. This phone is such a pain in the ass to use. I'm still trying to check the app. Still trying to. It's connected to Cox Wi-Fi, but it's so... Okay, Wi-Fi is off, hotspot's on. I'm going to need that at some point. "5:25 p.m. is when the next bus is coming." Damn. Live vehicle data not available. Oh, this is not good. I should wrap this up. I need to figure out what my transportation situation is, because this looks like I'm not going to make it to work on time. And I feel like I got down there as early as I did last time. Anyway, thanks for coming with me on this walk. And damn. Yeah, I've got a pretty good schedule and a pretty good route, like kind of worked out. It's just not working out. What? Strangers like flipping me off for no reason. 7:25. See when it's scheduled to hit the. See when it's scheduled to hit 71st Avenue. 6:34. Well, if it shows up, it'll be the right bus for me. On that note, I think I'm going to head into 7-Eleven and get myself some munchies. I'm sorry, what? I mean, you know there's a camera right over there that's on you too, right?
See my cameras?
I see that.
Yeah. You ever heard about them? These cameras built at the Department of Justice, motherfucker.
You got some anger issues, man. You should get some therapy. You should really get some therapy about that. And I know I'm number one. I've been number one for a long time, bro. Some people. This is why I don't like riding the McDowell bus. And get myself some food for the shift.